long before the towers and courtrooms, before speeches were recorded and replayed into argument. There was only land and memory, both older than language, both heavier than ownership. The story begins in a place where people still believed words could settle things. A fire burns at the edge of a settlement, and around it voices gather, not yet divided into sides, not yet hardened into slogans. They speak of what was promised, what was taken, and what was never written down in the same way twice. The land does not answer. It never does. It only holds the footprints of those who argue over it. As generations pass, the arguments become formal, written file judged. What once lived in oral warning and inherited fear is now carried into parliaments and courts, where language is sharpened until it becomes something else, something that can wound without touching. In this new age, leaders rise who speak to anger as if it were a natural resource. Their words travel faster than consequence. Some hear liberation in them, others hear threat. The same sentence becomes two histories depending on who repeats it. And somewhere between those interpretations, a commission is formed, tasked with drawing a line between speech and harm, between expression and incitement. It listens to recordings, testimony, context, intent. It tries to decide what was meant and whether meaning can ever be separated from impact. But meaning is never still long enough to be judged cleanly. Outside the institutions, people keep living inside the echo of those decisions. Farmers, workers, families, politicians, observers, each convinced they are reacting to something obvious, something proven, something final, yet nothing ever feels final. Not here, not with land like this, where history does not sit quietly in the past, but keeps standing up in the present. And so the story continues not toward resolution, but toward repetition, each generation believing it is the one finally telling the truth, clearly enough for everyone else to accept it.
Attention! Let the world know! Fire in the cities, fire in the fields, old wounds never buried, blood beneath the wheels. Give us the land, give us the ground, ancestors calling from under the sound. Another falls, echoes screaming through concrete walls. South African politicians calling for killing of the farmer, killing of the Boer. We want the land, we break the chains. Generations carrying scars and names. Human rights, constitution flames. Everybody fighting with different pain. Race laws written to law. Justice blind but people saw. political crimes. Calling for killing of the farmer, killing of the Boer. Oh, Prrr, ba, ba, ba. Oh, Prrr, ba, ba, ba. Prrr, ba, ba, ba. Prrr. Lent, power, fear, rage. Old ghosts never disappear. In the end, no one remembers the exact moment. The words stopped being arguments and started becoming echoes. The fire at the edge of the settlement has long burned out, but the ground still holds its shape, as if it is waiting for a different kind of language to grow out of it. Courtrooms still speak, and crowds still answer. But neither side is sure they are being understood anymore. Everything feels recorded, repeated, and slightly misheard, like history trying to translate itself through too many voices at once. What remains is not resolution, but exhaustion softened into silence. The land is still there, unchanged in its presence, only reinterpreted with each passing generation. People continue to arrive with new claims and old memories, believing they're stepping into a story that will finally make sense if told correctly this time. But the land does not correct them. It simply holds them quiet, unmoved, and indifferent to the need for an ending.